Alright guys, this is the World Class Happiness channel again, and I'm Dominic. I'm going to talk about imposter syndrome today. A lot of you may have heard of imposter syndrome, but just in case you don't know what that means, it basically means that you feel as though you're in a position, or you're trying to fit a role that you don't feel that you're cut out for. Okay, so you feel as though you're a little bit of a fake to an extent. Okay, now we can get it in all different areas of our lives, and there might be, say for example, Muhammad Ali. All right, probably the most one of the most confident people to ever live, pretty much. He was very confident as a boxer and maybe as a speaker and a role model in that respect, but possibly in terms of his academic intelligence, he may not have felt quite as confident. And possibly, if he was talking amongst some real intelligent people, we don't know, but it's possible that even he may have felt a little bit of imposter syndrome to an extent. And I think we all do to a certain extent in various situations. Okay, now I feel imposter syndrome just the same as probably everyone else. All right, so for me, well, doing this for a start, okay, so I've written a book called World Class Happiness. I genuinely feel happy. I can tell you why I feel happy most of the time, and I've learned a lot on the subject over a number of years, yet I still feel, in comparison to the likes of Tony Robbins and some of these people who are world famous on these similar sort of subjects about mindset and stuff, I feel like, compared to them, I do feel like a bit of a fraud, to be honest. Martial arts is another thing that I've been involved with all my life, and obviously fought at a very good level in judo. Even then, I've been around martial arts and I understand martial arts. Very big fan of like striking sports, boxing and MMA and stuff like that. And I teach MMA, yet even probably not so much nowadays, but to an extent, certainly on the striking side of things, I do feel a slight bit of imposter syndrome. Okay, so meaning that I haven't been in and had lots of boxing matches or whatever, and certainly in comparison to my judo record and stuff, that there's no comparison. And there may be people who possibly even come to my club who are more experienced than myself in the striking arts. Okay, but what I've got to obviously realise is that I've got the experience as a competitor over lots and lots of years, and I obviously can now combine that with my knowledge in mindset and stuff like that, and obviously my own experience about my belief issues and stuff when I was a fighter, and I've got a lot to offer, and I do understand about range and movement and stuff like that, and that I might not be a Floyd Mayweather or a Canelo Alvarez or a Israel Adesanya, but compared to most people, I've got a lot of knowledge about striking. The same as this subject, I've got a lot of knowledge on this subject in comparison to the average person. So the way to basically conquer imposter syndrome is not to necessarily look up, okay? It's to look down and to think that you're helping all those people who know less than you. All right, so you might be in a position, whether it be in your work or as a parent or whatever area that you feel like you're a slight, you've got this little bit of imposter syndrome in this situation. Just understand that there's still people who know less than you. There's people you can help, and as long as you're helping one person, even just one person that you're helping, who you know a little bit more than, you're providing a service for that person. That could just be one thing that you know more than them. It could be one thing that you say that kind of sparks a little bit of a change of mindset in somebody, and help somebody and really change their life. So don't worry so much and I'm talking to myself as well when I say this, don't worry so much about looking foolish or not feeling quite confident enough in a certain situation, because you are still helping those who know less than you. You know, because I do it time and time again. I speak to people and say, well, you know, have you thought about this? What about that? And I'm just assuming that everybody knows these things, and they're pretty obvious, and I'm just kind of maybe just pointing out the obvious, and people kind of look at me as if say, well, yeah, oh yeah, that's amazing. You know, I've never thought of it like that. I've never thought like that. I never, you know, thought. Okay, so, or whatever situation it is. So, yeah, that's my message today. Basically, imposter syndrome is real to an extent, but it's also not real, and also, you know, hopefully you can take something from this and realize that you can help a person, even if it's just one or two people. You're providing a service for somebody with your knowledge. Okay, so I'll leave that there today, and if you like what you're hearing on the channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.